Good morning, children. Welcome to Joyful Living class. I hope you all are living joyfully and enjoying your childhood days. Now, I hope you have completed your lesson third properly and read out your textbook also. So, today we will start with lesson number 4, No Rose Without Thorns. As the name suggests, no rose without thorns means rose, which is a beautiful creation of God. Along with that, always thorns are there. That means wherever the beauty, wherever the comfort, wherever the peace we will get, along with that, we'll get some painful situation, painful things also. So let's see what is there in this chapter. Before starting with the chapter, I want to show you few images. What is here? What you can say about this? These are paper clippings, newspaper clippings, as you can see here, where you can read out the headlines as first one is boy of 9 dies in road accident. See what has happened to that child. He died in road accident only of 9 years age. How much their parents would be suffering, how much they were in pain. Next one is 45% of out of school kids have never seen school, says survey. According to an survey, 45% school kids they have never seen school, means they are so poor, they are so suffering from poverty that they have never seen the school. India, next one is India tops world hunger list with 194 million people. This is also about a survey where India tops, means it is on the top position in hunger list, where 194 million people, those who are living hungry. So these are the painful situation I think you would be feeling about. One more, here it is, India independent, British rule ends. What you can say about this news? British rule ends. That means here it is a good news. It is a very we can say interesting news for us, and we will be feeling happy for this. Then the next is 100 dies because of this blast. Bomb blast was there hundreds of people dies because of bomb blast. That is a disaster. Then the isolation of a battered woman. You can see here domestic violence. So as we can see here, different kinds of news we can see in the newspaper, and if we keep in mind daily in newspaper, many many news comes about sufferings and pain surrounding people. Along with that, some good news also comes, so we feel good for that and we feel bad for the bad news or the suffering of people we see, so we feel bad for that. So this all are happening into our world simultaneously. Somewhere it happens good, somewhere it happens bad also. So depending on this is our chapter, that is no rose without thorns, means wherever the rose will be there, along with that thorns will also accompany them. So first part is pain and suffering are part of life. This is very important part and very important message we can say to us, that is pain and suffering are part of our life. Only happiness, beauty and all is not our life. Pain and suffering are also its part. Pain and suffering are universal. They are part of our human condition. Suffering will always remain a mystery. We will never understand it fully. Suffering will always remain a mystery. Means why this suffering, why the people is suffering, why this pain has come to any person. This always remains a mystery. We will never understand it fully because it is in the hands of God. So according to him, whatever is correct, whatever the person deserves, he or she is getting. Every day in one newspaper or another, we find whole column devoted to the sufferings of people all over the world. They give us a distressing picture of thousands of human beings stricken by miserly diseases and untimely deaths also. Our world today is full of suffering, and we have only to stop the first man on the street to hear fresh tales of woe. Our hospitals, slums, and orphanages are full of untold sufferings. In fact, which of us can truly say that we have not suffered? So, in one or the other way, we all have suffered one day, or we would be suffering one day. So that is the part of our life. We should accept it in a positive way. That is main important thing. If we'll go in the hospitals, if you might have visited there, you would be seeing there different kinds of people having different, having many problems, diseased people, and from seeing there we feel like our the whole world is getting diseased. Everyone is in some problem. We feel like that by seeing those people. Or if we reach to any orphanage where we can find n number of children, those who are not having their children, sorry, their parents. So what we feel there, they are also, those children are suffering from their parents. They are not having parents, so they are also suffering. So we can say these all are the part of life. The whole world is having one or the other problem. We should keep in mind the only thing is pain and suffering are part of life, and we should accept it in positive manner. Now let's enjoy a song which is given into your text, and then we'll discuss further.
You are with
Yes, so I hope you have enjoyed the song and you would be remembering the song in your difficult times. Now let's proceed further. Second part is sufferings can have a negative or positive influence in our life. So we should keep in mind that it may have positive or negative influence, but we should always go with positive influence and take the sufferings or pain in positive way. Sufferings bring out the true nature of a person, making saints of those who accept them, turn a person's heart against God, embittering her or him for life. So those who accept the sufferings in positive way, they feel more attached and they can realize the God surrounding them. One needs strong faith and trust in God to discover his presence in the midst of pain and suffering. This is very important. One needs strong faith and trust in God. During difficult times, we should always remember that God is there with us. He is walking on our sides, and in fact, we can say He is carrying us into His arms. So, He will always do whatever is better for us. So, we should trust on God and be patient. Now, let's learn a story which is given on the page number 27. There was a museum laid with beautiful marble tiles with a huge marble statue of a lady displayed in the midst of the lobby. It was a museum where a huge marble statue of a lady was displayed in the lobby. Many people came from all over the world just to admire this beautiful marble statue of a lady. One night, the marble tiles started talking to the marble lady. Marble tiles were arranged in that museum, and the statue was also there in that museum. So, see what is happening there. Those tiles started talking with the marble lady. Marble tile says, "Marble lady, it's just not fair. Why does everybody from all over the world come all the way here just to step on me while admiring you? Not fair." Means those tiles were saying they are stepping on me, they are walking onto me. I am also made up of marble and you are also made up of marble, but they are admiring you and they are walking onto me. Marble lady says, "My dear friend Marble Tile, do you still remember that we were actually from the same cave?" Marble Tile, "Yea, that's why I feel it is even more unfair. We were born from the same cave and yet we receive different treatment now. Not fair." Marble lady says, "Then, do you still remember the day when the designer tried to work on you, but you resisted his tool?" Marble Tile says, "Yes, of course I remember. I hate that guy. How could he use his tool on me? It hurt so badly." Marble Lady says, "That's right. He couldn't work on you at all as you resisted being worked on." Marble Tile, so then that Marble Lady says, "When he decided to give up on you and start working on me instead, I knew at once that I would be something different after his efforts. I did not resist his tool. Instead, I bore all the painful tools he used on me." Marble Tile says, Marble Lady, my friend, there is a price to everything in life. Since you decided to give up halfway, you can't blame anybody who steps on you now. So what you have learned from this story is Marble Tile as well as Marble Lady, that statue, both their origin was same, but as the tile resisted to took the pain, and so he was of no use, we can say. People were walking onto him, they were stepping onto him. And on the other hand, that marble lady who became the statue took lots of pain, struggled a lot to become that statue. So he accepted that pain, that suffering of tools in positive way, and that's why now he is, that lady, that marble lady statue is admired, and everyone across the world are coming to see that statue. So it gives us lesson that once we are going through hard times, once we are going through difficult times, we are suffering from pain, we should be patient, and we should always take it in positive way, and remember that this suffering, this pain will give us a very good lesson and bring out something new from us, and we will be more better than now. So this is the lesson of this story. After that, the more hard knocks you go through life, the more you will learn and put them to use in the future. So never be discouraged by setbacks, challenges, sufferings, and failures. This is the important line. Never be discouraged by setbacks, challenges, sufferings, and failures. Have a positive outlook on life. Suffering accepted freely, calmly, and with a smile has a transforming power. It has transforming power. It can make you very valuable in your future. We cannot really grow without experiencing suffering. For example, a child who learns to walk has to fall several times before standing on his own. Just like gold is tested by fire, the worth of human beings is tested by suffering. So, it is said that whether you are a perfect human being, it is tested by the sufferings, means during suffering, during pain, how much patient you were, how you responded to that suffering shows your human character. Based on that, here again a story comes of Gitanjali on page number 29. Gitanjali was a teenage girl born in a Sikh family. She suffered from cancer and died at the age of 16. She did not want to die because she was deeply attached to her parents, friends, and relatives, as we all are. But amazingly, this young girl, much interested in people and all living things, was ready to give up her life with a childlike faith. She maintained a serene and cheerful attitude throughout her short life. You can see here she died at the age of 16 only. So in such short life, she was so much patient and having cheerful attitude throughout her life. She knew that she was not struggling alone. She was aware of a divine presence, that is of presence of God, which sustained and empowered her. She left behind a remarkable collection of writings painfully scribbled during her illness. Let us read one of them. The collection named as I Trust You Still. So, that girl has written this diary writing. Let's see what is there. I trust you still, oh my dear God, though the sorrows keep falling like the raindrops. I trust thee yet, though you have betrayed my trust and refused me all that I yearn for. The Christmas is here, there is music in the air. I have but sweet old memories, tapered with love and care, which I now unfold with great pain and much sorrow. As she was knowing that she is about to die, she was writing this into her diary. Cry, I will never. Weep, I will not. I left these stupid emotions behind me for a long time now. See, she was suffering since long, so she left all these things, crying, weeping, those emotions she has left behind. This mighty unknown sea of death does pass a shudder through me, I confess. I sway at the thought of it, but dear God, your nearness holds me in a grip. Isn't it amazing? For I trust you still. So this was from Gitanjali's album from page number 37. So instead of getting all those suffering, all those pain, that hard times she was facing, she was having trust in God that He is still there with her and He will do whatever is better for her. So this shows the patience and attachment of Gitanjali towards God. So same we should be always patient and trust in God, and always remember no rose is without thorns. So here we completed with the first part of this chapter. I would request all of you to solve 3 questions which were given onto the page number 28 and 30 by your own, and we'll meet in the next class with the remaining part of the chapter. Thank you.